Today, let's speak on the unspeakable. HIV and AIDS affect more and more people every day, and without intervention, it will grow to pandemic proportions. HIV and AIDS has been around for decades. It is not a secret, but why is it treated as such? Why is it just that just the mention of the name of the disease can cause a person to turn their head? I know this is a worldwide disease, but today we're going to focus on Dallas County. In this chart, HIV cases from 2003 to 2013 shows an increase of people living with the disease, but a steady decrease in cases that have been reported, according to Dallas County Health and Human Services. But why is this? It shows that people are afraid to come out with what is causing them a stigma in their life. They're afraid to actually talk about it, or maybe they don't even know because of lack of information that is presented to them. The next chart shows with 51% of new cases, along with the 43% of people already living with it, the African American population is the largest demographic affected by HIV and AIDS. The Hispanic and white community is a close second. The ages between 25 and 34 is now the fastest growing age group that is being diagnosed with this disease. However, ages between 13 and 24 are not too far behind. This is quite a scary fact if you think about it. These are fresh teenagers and very young adults. These are your child's friends, neighbors, classmates, you never know. I know you're thinking, how does this affect me? But it's closer to home than you think. This disease is affecting not only you, but people in your community, people that are around you. In 2009, Dallas had the fourth largest rates of new AIDS and HIV diagnosis in the country, and it's among the 10 states that account for around 70% of diagnosed HIV and AIDS cases since the start of the epidemic in the 80s, according to the Rising AIDS Epidemic article. People are unknowingly infected with this disease every day, which means that it's closer to you than you think. It's closer to your family, your child, your husband, your wife, your mother, and your father. How many times in your life have you had a conversation about HIV and AIDS? Or safe sex for that matter? I'd imagine not so often, especially in Texas. There's still a lot of pushback from the conservative circles. Dallas is very much a part of the Bible Belt, meaning there's not too many conversations about sex, HIV, syphilis, or any STDs. Texas has gotten rid of so many abstinence programs, as well as safe sex classes, and even Planned Parenthoods. We are throwing people to the wolves without any protection because of our ignorance. I am a woman of color, which means I am at risk of being 1 out of the 7 out of 10 women that is diagnosed with HIV and AIDS. And so are you if you're an African American woman. Us women make up 22% of Dallas, but 71% of us are affected with the HIV and AIDS disease, and those are only the cases reported according to the Female African American AIDS Association. This could be your best friend, your mother, your sister, but you can't let this discourage you. Do not let this be them. Don't let this be you. And now you should be riled up because this is you. It is your family, your neighbor, the woman you sit next to on the bus, the man that holds the door open for you, the man that could be lying in bed next to you, or the woman. So now I know your question is, what can I do? In order to speak on the unspeakable, start talking about it. It is real, and it is happening closer to home than you think. Do not let social stigma keep you from getting help. It is not a taboo. Do not shy away from the truth. Do not run away from help. You can be the change Dallas needs. Get the community involved. Participate in the annual Dallas AIDS Life Walk, which happens in Robert E. Lee Park. Participate in reaching out to other people that need help. Do not run away from a conversation with someone that may actually need it. You can be the reason they get treatment for this disease that can be eventually cured if people begin to talk about it. There are even books on how to get the community involved and keep them healthy and safe, and keep a healthy conversation about the real world and what is actually happening, according to the interventions to reduce sexual risk. HIV and AIDS is a detrimental disease that has plagued the city of Dallas for far too long. It is time that we all come together to push for a change for the greater good of our community, not only for ourselves, but for our children and their children to come. Thank you for listening. Please be the change.